Hello, so in this video, it's a short video, we're going to be just covering a bit of Gedling again, just to cover off a couple of roads that we didn't get to do in the last video, and really just to cover off some of the junctions, the important junctions as well. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe to the channel and also like the video if you can. Alright, and so here we go. Right, so I'm currently on Gedling Road. I'm going to be proceeding shortly. It's a busy road, so I want to prepare my car, look all around and make effective observations to move off from the curb. So I'll put my signal on and I'm waiting for a gap. I see there's a car coming up behind me. There's a big gap behind him. So I prepared my car, looked all around, and now gently go out, check my blind spot, and I'm out onto the main road. Check my mirrors as I proceed up the road, and I'm coming to a corner. There's a pedestrian on the road, so I'm just checking my mirrors and staying off the gas, going cautiously around the bend and looking round to see what traffic is looking like. At the traffic lights I'll be turning left onto Westdale Lane. Right, I'm just going to check my mirrors and slow, go into second gear and then first, and just leave about a car length to the car in front, so I've got enough space and vision for the road ahead. I'm going to delay my signal until I get a little closer. I don't want people to think I'm going to any of the shops on the left, so I'll just wait for the lights to change. It's been a few seconds. In the meantime, I'm just checking my mirrors and seeing what's coming up on my left or my right. There's a junction to the right as well in front of me, and I just want to check that nothing comes racing out there as I move off. Okay, so as I prepare my car, lights change to green, and I'm going to now apply my signal after checking mirrors. Alright, and then traffic's a bit slow making the corner, so I'm just staying on the brake and just waiting for them to pull away a bit further before I accelerate. And someone's turning up ahead, so just while I was staying off the gas until I could see the road ahead a bit better. Alright, that's anticipation. Just checking the road ahead always as you get into it. New road, new hazards, as I say several times. So we're checking the road ahead, and we see it's narrowed on both sides. There's a taxi on the right who's not pulled in completely, and so cars are coming into my lane to overtake him. So I'm staying really slow and just checking my mirrors as I go through this narrow gap. Then it widens and I can now speed up. I've got more space, I've got more vision. Alright, you can never have enough space or vision when you're driving. Always demand more. If you haven't got more, then slow your speed so that you can take time to adapt to your conditions, to the road conditions. Alright, so someone's stepping out in the road from a car, so I check my mirrors and just position to the right. He's out the way anyway. Someone with a pushchair on the left, they could opt to cross the road, so I'll watch them until I get real close, and then we'll continue up the road. So we're going to go all the way to the top of this road, Westdale Lane. It swaps from Westdale Lane East to Westdale Lane West. It's quite a long road, quite a wide road. We've done it before in previous videos, but I'm going to just do it in the reverse direction, just to show you a couple of junctions that you need to be wary of particularly when you're actually going to be applying your signals. So we're climbing this steep hill. I'm currently at 30 miles an hour in third gear. The car will make it up the hill in third gear. Any higher gear, it will start to struggle. You can hear the car. You might be able to hear the car working hard to get up the hill, but it's not struggling, it's just applying more fuel to get me up the hill. So I see a triangular sign on the left, roadworks to the left. So I check my mirrors and come off my gas while I assess if it's actually going to affect my positioning in the road. It doesn't, and the roadworks have cleared almost straight away. So there's a bus coming out. Now he's going to come out right across the road, so I'm going to check my mirrors and slow right down and let him do that. And that's anticipation. So we'll continue on the road, and I can see straight away that the road is narrowing, and there's lots more parked cars. There's a car dealership on the left, there are junctions on the left and the right, so I won't be going up to 30 completely. I want to just keep slow. There's also a cyclist on the left there now, so staying slow. Even though we're covering test routes, it's all about the immediate hazards. That cyclist has just looked behind him, and now he's going to turn right. He stopped at the crossing for the pedestrian. Alright, and now I put my handbrake on because I'm on a hill and I could roll back as I start to move off. So he has looked behind him, so I'm just going to stay behind him. He did say he was going to move right, so I'll just stay here and allow him to do what he needs to do. I'll check my mirrors and move gently to the left. Cyclists plenty of space when you're approaching them, and then they stay safe. They're the vulnerable road users around us, or amongst us. And the crossing up ahead, no crosses, no pedestrians, so all clear. Two large vehicles on the left, so I'll check my mirrors and I'll just slow, looking for feet under the van. Where there's a van, there's a man. Now I've cleared that, check my mirrors and accelerate. In the distance you might be able to spot the traffic lights. That's the end of the road, and I'll be turning right at the traffic lights onto Plains Road. So a couple of cars on the left, parked vehicles, junction on the right and the left as well. And so I'm at 30 miles an hour because the road is nice and wide here. And then as I approach the traffic lights, there's more parked cars, so I'll check my mirrors, and I've come off the gas and there's a bus coming towards me along with a lorry, so mirrors are off the gas, they're over my side of the road into third gear. Bus has slowed down, I've slowed down, everybody's safe. Check my mirrors and I'm just going to position to the right because I was turning right onto Plains Road. Now there's two lanes on this side of that road, so we can assume that there'll be two lanes on the other side, and so I'll be going to the curb in line with lane discipline. So I'm scanning and planning, looking at my road to the right, making sure it's clear, there's no one crossing the road. I'm trying to predict when the lights are going to change. I'm looking at the traffic lights to my right, they've just changed, so these ones will change now. So check my mirrors and off I go. I'm going to the curb. It's only for a short time. The lanes will merge roughly where that white car is in the distance. I'll check my mirrors and I'm going to gently move to the right. Car behind knows I was going to do that. And then I'll just proceed on the road ahead. It's now one lane even though it's very wide. So I shouldn't really have any problem with opposing traffic coming on my side of the road, other than to cross the road into a road to the left. So looking as far as I can see, looking to what we call the limit point. So that's where the road disappears off into the distance. Now that could be in the near ground or foreground or far away, depending on whether the road is curving or it's straight ahead. So right now I can see all the way through the traffic lights. So that's where I'm casting my vision and casting my mind. I will be turning right at these traffic lights coming up, but I'm going to delay my signal quite a while because there is a road to the right just before the junction. I don't want the car behind to think that I'm turning right, so my signal is off, but to all intents and purposes I've positioned to the right best I can. And then as I pass that junction, I'll just indicate to other road users that I'm going to be turning right. There is an extra lane on the right as we approach the traffic lights. So off we go, moving cautiously forward. past that junction. There is a signal up for right. It's telling everyone I'm turning right. And I'm just going to stop in the middle, just short of the middle of that road, and give the car in front of me a good amount of space. There is a road marking there separating opposing traffic from myself. Lights and nav change, and I'm going to go. Now you'll see the national speed limit sign as I get into this road. That's easy to miss, okay, as you turn into Arnold Lane. Alright, but it is national speed limit, which on a single carriageway road is 60 miles an hour. There is a reminder on the right, as you can see, national speed limit, white and black sign. So I'm going to go into 6th gear. The car's gathering speed, 54 miles an hour. Then we're going uphill. I'm going to need a bit of gas to get up the hill, combined with a bit of momentum so the car doesn't drop too much speed and affect traffic behind. Up ahead we've got some yellow signs, speed limit signs of 40, so mirrors in, slowing down, making sure I'm at 40 by the time I reach these signs. There's a 30 sign on the right, but that is for the road to the right, it's not for this road. Don't make that mistake by slowing down too much unnecessarily. It's still a 40 mile an hour road, and you'll see on the right there's a tiny repeater sign that says 40. Okay, you've got several roads to the right, a couple to the left on this road. Right, so it's important to look out for vehicles like the one in front that's just turned out onto this road, and the next one that's going to do the same. Meanwhile, there's a crossing as well. Looking ahead, and in the distance I can see that the speed limit changes to 30. So I'm just checking my rears and I'm slowing down. Obviously I'm coming down a hill, so I'll need to brake a little more firmly. We're going to 4th gear to aid my braking, with a bit of engine braking. I'm now at 30 miles an hour, and I'm going to calmly climb the hill. Well, I'm staying at 30, and I'm just cautiously easing off the gas as I go over this hill, because I'm not sure what's on the other side. There's a car turning left up ahead. There's one that's coming out from that same road, and he might decide to come out in front of me. So I'm just staying slow. There's more activity here now, so I don't want to be going too fast. The road's going to narrow up ahead just beyond that LED sign on the left. So staying off the gas, looking as far as I can round the bend, and it looks clear, so I'll just speed up a little. Now see there's a lorry, green lorry on the left, just at the point where the road narrows significantly, so I know I'm going to have to slow right down. I'll check my mirrors and I'll come off the gas and go into 3rd gear, and there's a large vehicle coming the other way as well, so I'm pretty much coming to a stop here. Just spotted an emergency vehicle, but he's going the other way. No, he's coming this way, so I'm just going to wait here while the emergency vehicle comes round, and then at least he's clear to get on his way on his emergency. And then I'll just cautiously go through. Still a bit of a narrow gap as I pass this lorry, so I'm just going to go slowly by. I should be able to squeeze by, and there's enough space on both sides. Alright, again, I can't say it enough, that's anticipation. Plan your road ahead and you don't get into problems. That's the reason for most fails on the test, not planning ahead. Alright, so I'm going to be turning left at this roundabout. Mirrors a signal left, and vehicles to my right had to wait for cars that were coming across the junction so I could continue on my way. Be sure to cancel your signal quickly off that mini roundabout that we just passed, because there's a road to the left just as you leave. You might want to rewind the video to see that road. Don't want to leave it on too long, otherwise it will be a misleading signal. People will think that you're turning left into that road when in fact you're going straight. Alright, so this is a sharp bend here, so I'm going down to 2nd gear just so I can control my speed around this corner. Large vehicle coming towards me. It's a narrow part of the road, so I just want to stay slow until they've passed, then check my mirrors and then continue. Pedestrian in the road, I'm off the gas, he's now safely on the other side, and mirrors and go. this hill, just check my mirrors, and I'll ease off the gas, not too much because it's a gentle hill. At the traffic lights up ahead, I'm going to be turning right. So main mirror, right mirror, signal up for right, and position to the right. Then get my speed down to about 10, cancel. Then I'm looking ahead at the junction to see the activity, see how many pedestrians there are, other road users. And I'm also looking to see when I can go. So in order to do that, I look as best I can at the traffic lights for the traffic that's going left and right along the road in front of me. It's still green for traffic on the main road, so I'm just going to keep watching until I see it go to amber. When it goes to amber, I know that my light in front of me is going to change, and it's gone to amber, so this one's going to change shortly. And here we go, check mirrors and go. Again, anticipation and planning. So we're going to be following the sign up ahead for Nottingham and Colwick, A6211, so I'm staying in the left hand lane and proceeding. As I go along the road, I'm scanning the road ahead. As I go around the bend, there is a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, a new 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. You can see and tell by the two lollipops that are there. They're large signs, which means that's the new sign, that's the new speed limit. So look out for that. We're now approaching the immediate area around the test centre. Another repeater sign on the left saying 40, and there's one on the right you can see as well. So, but at the moment we have to use appropriate speed. The van in front of me is going quite slow. Can't see if there's another vehicle in front of him, but I'm just staying well behind so that I've got enough vision ahead of me. Alright, so we're at 34 miles an hour at the moment, keeping a nice respectful speed or distance to the vehicle in front. And now I'm going to be going right towards Nottingham and Colwick, A612. Alright, so the sign says that it's to the right, and Burton Joyce to the left. So I want to obviously be to the right. Now this junction can be quite tricky if you're not sure where to place your car. Right, when you get into the new road, you need to put your car to the left, and then there'll be an extra lane on the left after you've actually placed your car to the left. Alright, so your lane that begins as the left-hand lane is going to continue as the middle lane. Alright, you'll see what I mean as I proceed gently forward. Alright, so I'm checking my mirrors and I'm going to go to the left, and the sign in front might be a bit misleading because it's saying there's a left only lane immediately, but that's not true. It only starts further down where the blue car is on the left. Alright, so as I said, left lane now becomes the middle left lane because there's an extra lane on the left. Alright, just want to point that out because it can be a bit confusing if you're turning right at this junction. So I'm staying pretty slow and waiting for the van in front to clear. I'm going straight ahead at this junction towards Nottingham A612. Lights are changing, so I'm just going to slow my roll. Stop about a car length from the vehicle in front. And I'm going to secure my car, handbrake, then neutral. Alright, and wait. As I've said in a previous video, it's quite, this junction here, Victoria Business Park, is quite a large junction. Got something like 16 lanes on all sides. So it's going to take a while for the traffic lights to come back round to us. So that, so we'll be waiting, maybe 60 seconds or so. All right. So this might take some time. In the meantime, I'm just having a look around me. The lights to the left have obviously changed. So you have dedicated lights for particular lanes. So obviously the left-hand lane is green, my lane is red, and the lane to the far right for Netherfield is red as well. So now it should be traffic to the right that starts moving. They do. So after they've stopped, it might well be us that moves next. Alright, so I'm getting my car ready. Here we go. Gas and clutch, handbrake down, mirrors checked. I'm looking ahead and I see that the two lanes that we have at the moment are going to merge to one because we've got some merging arrows on the right. I'm going to position to the left and I'm looking out for people trying to overtake me. The car on my right be turning left. Mirrors, slowing down, third gear. And main mirror, left mirror, signal. I'll skip from third to first gear. And then just slow. No need to put the handbrake on because the lights change as I came to a slow crawl. I'm going to go into the right-hand lane because I want to turn right. So round we go. And check my mirrors, signal down for left. Looks like they've changed the road markings on that roundabout. It used to be that the right-hand lane was for the second exit, now it's not. So I'm checking my mirrors. Going to be turning right here, and in the new road I'm going to be stopping on the left. So mirrors and slow, and signal down for left, stopping on the left. Brake, clutch down, roll to stop with a straight car, handbrake up, into neutral, cancel the signal. Alright, so that's the end of this video. It was really just to cover a couple of junctions that we didn't get to cover last time for the Gedling stretch of the Colwick test area routes. Hope you enjoyed the video, and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.